Good morning, students. Welcome to eSuvidya. Hope you all are fine and safe. Students, in the previous class, we have discussed that rich parents usually teach their children what it meant to be poor. Is it that they want to develop empathy towards the poor people, or they want their children will become isolated from the poor persons and they will live in their own world like a prisoner? And in order to understand this, we have studied or we have discussed the sense group paragraph 1 of the how poor we are. And there we have seen that once upon a time there was a rich man who lived along with his family members in a palatial building, or a building which is large and highly decorated like a palace on the top of a hill. And he has large boundary walls like the Great Wall of China in order to protect him. He has also personal soldiers and a bulldog to protect him. And also his house or his palace like house has a pool and a beautiful garden. And in the moonlit night, what do you mean by moonlit night? The night which is lighted by the moonlight, it's called the moonlit night. And in the moonlit light, or in the moonlit night, the building or the palace like building appear very beautiful, it appear very magnificent. And from there one can see the flowing rivers down the hill. One can see the scattered houses or scattered small huts of the farmers. One can also see the scattered paddy fields everywhere. And we have discussed that the rich man was living very happily. So we have discussed up to sense group paragraph 1 or part 1 of the sense group paragraph 1. So now I am reading the part 2 portion of the sense group paragraph 2. Sorry, I am reading the second portion of the sense group paragraph 1. The rich man lived there like a king very happily. His happiness got doubled when he saw the poor farmers living in small huts down the hill, toiling hard in their fields. His only sorrow was that his only son did not like all his richness and glamour. Often he found him sitting alone in his garden, looking down the hill at the poor farmers toiling in their fields and the rivers flowing by. He was found to be very indifferent to the richness and glamour of his father. So here in this portion, we will see what is the rich man's sorrow. We have seen that the person was extremely rich and he was spending a very luxurious life. But his son was indifferent to his richness. What do you mean by his son is indifferent to his richness? Indifference means uninterested. He do not care to the richness of his father. And there we have seen that what beauty the building or how the building appears whenever in a moonlit night. And we will see here what happens to the building or how the building looks in a moonless night. In a moonless night means a dark night where there is no moon is appearing in the sky. So in a moonless night, the house or the palatial building is decorated with artificial lamps. The house, the garden, the boundary wall, everything is decorated with artificial lamps. So from a distance, whenever a person look at the building, it creates the illusion as if there are hundreds of stars are shining in the sky. But in the same time, the small huts where the poor farmers are living, that remain completely invisible. So we have seen that what is the rich man's sorrow? The rich man's sorrow is that the rich man actually he was living in this particular building just like a king. He was very happy and he was living in this building just like a king. But his only sorrow is that his only son do not have any interest towards his richness. His son has remained indifferent to his richness and glamour. And very often his son will sit in his garden and will look down the hill. He will look how the poor farmers are toiling. Toiling means working very hard in their fields. And he will also look at the rivers that are flowing there. So this is the rich man's sorrow, and he wanted that how his son will develop weakness towards his property. But his son has remained completely indifferent to the property of his father. So this is the theme of the part 2 of the sense group, paragraph 1. So now we will find out some new words from the sense group, paragraph 1. The first word is dazzling. So what do you mean by dazzling? By dazzling we know very bright, or which is very much shining. So we may use the word dazzling into a meaningful sentence of our own. The sun is so dazzling that it is impossible to even look at its reflection in the water. The sun is so dazzling that it is impossible to even look at its reflection in the water. Then the next important word is, new word is invisible. So what do you mean by invisible? Invisible means not seen, something which cannot be seen. So the next important word is, or next new word is invisible. So its meaning is not seen. So we may use it into meaningful sentence. The dense smog made the building invisible. The dense smog made the building invisible. So what is this smog, students? Smog is a combination of two words. You know, generally in the winter season, the fog appear in the lower level of the atmosphere, and it is just adjacent to the ground. So smoke is found generally in the urban areas. Take for example, in the urban areas, the pollution is very high. So smoke is a combination of two words, smoke plus fog. Smoke plus fog, we have taken from here SM and here we have taken OG. So combined together we have created the word smog. Okay, so it is a combination of a smoke and fog. Generally in industrial towns like in Odisha, Talcher, smog, dense smog is found. Or in urban areas where the vehicular traffic is very high, you can find the smog there. Okay, so we have used the word invisible. Invisible means not seen. The smoke made the building invisible. Then the next important word is toiling. Toiling means doing hard labor. Doing hard labor. So we may use it into a meaningful sentence. They are toiling. They are toiling on their experiment. They are toiling on their experiment. Means they are working hard on their experiment. Then the next new word is glamour. Glamour. Glamour means beauty or charm. Beauty or charm. So we may use it in a meaningful sentence. I dress for comfort rather than glamour. I dress for comfort rather than glamour. Or we may use it to another sentence. Her long black hair lent her a certain glamour. Her long black hair lent her a certain glamour. Glamour means beauty or charm. Then the next word is indifferent. Next word is indifferent. Indifferent means uninterested. Uninterested or not caring or concerned. Not caring or concerned. Indifferent means uninterested, not caring or concerned. We may use it in a meaningful sentence. People have become indifferent to the suffering of others. People have become indifferent to the suffering of others. And the last word is richness. Richness means the quality of being rich. The quality of being rich. So we may use it in a meaningful sentence. We should not begrudge our neighbor's richness. We should not begrudge our neighbor's richness. So students, today we have completed the sense group paragraph 1. So you read the sense group paragraph 1 carefully and try to find out the new words and try to use these new words into sentence of your own. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next class.